a woman speak this openly. I watched the video of True Conversation because
Yes.
I just got the call today that you were going to be available to interview tonight. So I had to
Okay.
rush and grab tune and listen tune and so the first one I got to was True Conversation, and right there the whole theme of it is dating in a respectful way and actually
Yes.
talking about it intellectual love and not just physical love.
Right.
So you seem to be
Basically.
changing the conversation from
Yes.
it is skin out, which can happen. We're not upset with those things, but we can actually use our
Right.
we can use our brain too.
True that.
So
And I have brethren that have always been asking for that, you know. They want a woman who have shape, nice, pretty, everything, but they also want somebody that they can have a conversation with.
it helps.
Because
It helps to keep a relationship in tune for a while, and I said.
true.
Then we had to pull up a couple of your tracks. One of them is Good Man.
Yes.
That's a powerful track, which is along the same lines that you're talking about. And
Yeah.
then Black Woman. Wow. I'm
Oh
on
yeah.
I'm on Live Toronto, and a sister of mine was very close with Nanny Mystic. And if ever there was a track that we have a little thing over here we call RasTafari against domestic abuse, and we spend
Yes.
our time trying to talk to people. Man, if there was ever a poster song for that movement, Black Woman is a powerful track, man. Like, what's up
Yes.
with that one?
Thank you.
What made that happen to you?
You know, that started happening to me at the beginning of what's happening with black women nowadays. I saw that there was a trend happening in the dances and party scenes
Mm.
where women, black Jamaican women, not very long ago, used to be so respectful of themselves, and men couldn't address them certain ways and talk to them in certain manners and stuff like that. But fast forward to now, we see where there is a terrible, terrible decline in how black women see themselves, you know, how them socialize. It's just a total moral decay, you know, and music is the greatest and strongest medium that can be used to effect any change you want in society. And so we just use music responsibly, if you want to put it that way. And we just see where there's a need to remind young, vulnerable black women that it's okay to party, it's okay to have fun, it's okay to frolic, but it's most important to understand self and to love self and to respect self, you know, and have a better expectation of yourself.
Mm.
So that's basically what's happening in that song.
I was telling my brethren here tonight, that tune there for play for every young black girl I know.
You know, that would be nice.
Every single young black woman needs to hear this track, and you also put it to a serious bass line too, so you know it will maintain people's attention. But the message is very
Yes.
powerful to your sisters, and I'm grateful to be hearing this kind of upliftment because one, you're talking about respectful relationship, man to woman, which you always basically you've always been that girl. You've never stopped talking about your respect for man and them way there. But also elevation of self, and
Yes.
you know, you're the one track. I'll get to some other things, but one of the tracks that really kicked me down is because I've been writing about recently that in order for Jamaica to elevate, it needs Jamaicans from around the globe, not just the people that live on the island. Enough of we who
Right.
migrate need to step up and really take a look at why a country so powerful and rich is in the level of poverty that them seem to want to keep
Yes.
we in. And we know it's a plan. We all now know the information. So if it's a plan of a colonial government degrading its own people, your track Lie Them I Tell. Wow.
Yes.
Wow. You never ramp for talk.
Well, yes. I mean, Jamaica, like, cry literal tears to this little island here.
Trust me.
It's like, I born, I grow here, I go many places around the world, Africa included. But there's something about Jamaica, the place.
Yeah, man.
Seeing, and the problem that people like myself have is the fact that with all, I was speaking earlier this week, I was noticing the fact that when there was no social media around and there was so much great things happening in Jamaica, you know, the Miss Blue, the Bob Marley, Marcus Garvey, all you name the great, wonderful things that was happening. And now that we have social media and the world can see and take a glimpse into Jamaica, it's almost as if all is there to see is just sickness. You know what I mean? It's like it's very unreal, because at the end of the day it does not reflect truthfully the way it is depicted on social media here in Jamaica. Jamaica is flourishing, Jamaica is fruitful, Jamaica is productive. What we don't have is the involvement of the mass, the majority, the people that it really matters to, the people that really want to be a part of the upliftment, a part of the investments, a part of the progress. They are the ones still left behind, you know, and unfortunately they happen to be in the majority. So we have to just appeal to the few who claim to be the owners of this plantation island same way, that it is time now, we have to ease up off the backs of the mass of Jamaican. And as you rightly say about the diaspora, I am now beginning to wonder if a lot of the people who really leave Jamaica because they did love this country and they were tired of being here. Sometimes I wonder at some of the behaviors of people out there in the diaspora, because if you really love and understand what it means to be Jamaican, a better gathering to start happening in the entire diaspora, where people from Jamaica and understand that that is not the Jamaica that you live down there. Don't send no guns come down here. Don't help with no scamming. Don't encourage the lewdness and the derogatory behaviors that we see our diaspora people encouraging, because Jamaicans on the ground down here are begging for people to help and to lend their voices towards the upliftment and development of Jamaica. So we want everybody to be on board and be a part of that. That's why we do songs like Jamaica, just to say it's not destroyed, it just needs assistance, you know what I mean? It just needs people to really truly show say them care about this place that they say they love so much.
Yeah, you know, when everybody see the flag, everybody a clap and a talk about them as Jamaican, and when we see in both
and when both them run and make two big run round this,
everybody are Jamaican, and then we also go back to our life in Canada, US and the UK. And
I mean, the other day there was some dying people killing women and children and all these things. And social media was a frenzy, and some government official came out and said something about something, and who's going to be arrested if they continue to do what. And then we don't see nothing at all about that. That just went with the moment. But guess what? Kids are still dying, and mothers are still dying, and men are still killing their women. That's still happening. So what was the alabaloo about? Are we really concerned about things that are really affecting people? Or we just want likes on social media?
Well, if we find a way to make the government accountable now, it's time. It is clear. You see, me leave out 40 years ago, and from then till now, it occurred to me, because I get to look from the outside in, that it is a scam set up to degrade the people of Jamaica, and the whole independence thing is a pile of shit. And when I'm independent,
it's very deliberate. It feels deliberate.
It is deliberate. it is a deliberate block. This is something that I do want to ask you about still, so move up here, have a look a minute, because I really want to ask you this thing, because since we hit this thing, I get the impression, and this is me writing this today before we had this conversation, I get the impression that white world is after Jamaican artists, period. They focus on the dance hall because it's easier target to get to, but I really roots reggae music them I try to stop. It's your mouth them I try really to stop. And how can you as a country have two of the most famous things on the planet in reggae music and Rastafari? Many even not talk about tourism now, because white people business that. But reggae and Rastafari are black culture, and it is the two most popular cultures on the planet today. How can the people of Jamaica be poor? How can the artists fight?
Well, the problem is, brother, it's not even black and white anymore right now.
I know that.
It's not
True.
even white trying to do anything anymore now. What is happening is, if people realize that they have a war, they're going to step in it. And that is what we need to get to as Jamaicans. It's all good and well to say, yeah, we come from slavery and they're trying to mash up Jamaica. But the Jamaican is reluctant to support the regular Jamaican. If a Jamaican comes, if 3 people set up a store, a white man, a Chinese man, and a Jamaican, everybody is going to head into the white and the Chinese store.
Yep.
It's a conditioning of the mindset.
Yes.
So if Jamaicans don't understand what it truly means to buy and to support Jamaicans, then we're always going to feel like somebody is out to get us. I totally agree with you that there's an element out there that wants to see Jamaicans subdued. Because the Jamaican, if you give them an inch of opportunity, they become the greatest thing they could ever see.
Trust me.
So just imagine if we had leaders who were willing to empower the 3.5 million people that we have live here, who don't have to have an education to the grade. They just want an opportunity. So if we have people demanding that more, teachers, schools, parents, everybody coming together and demanding from their politicians that they want better infrastructures in their communities and stop being so curious to go and look and buy stuff and they get caught up in things that don't turn them into consumers. Then we're going to always have this problem. You see what I'm saying?
Yes. Well, you have me a stamp my foot and a clap over here, so, because that's a conversation that is happening right now in Toronto with me and some of my people. Where we are talking about resurrect the Black Panther movement, and we're not talking about no gun and a knife. We're talking about doctors and lawyers and teachers who are we need educated black people. And
yes.
Marcus Messiah and His Majesty talk and give us information that we need. But here we are 100 years later, and like you said, the programming put into us will make us still go and buy from a white man or a Chinaman and not from a black man. So we
have to snap out of that.
So we need for change.
No time. Yes.
Change the words.
No time for the black race to over what it means to love self and stop the slave game. You know what I mean? It's like we know what happened in slavery, we know all the things that went down, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, we take too long to support each other, we take too long to stand up with each other, we take too long to fight for each other.
Yes.
You know, the black man have the most. If you check out, if you want to talk about prophets and messengers, the black man produces the most prophets and messengers world over, you know.
Yes, I.
But they never ever hear any of their prophets and messengers. The Dalai Lama have the people them hear him. The Gandhi people them hear him.
Yeah.
You name it. All of these other nations come forward and have their leaders guide them and lead them. The black man alone kill team leaders them, you know. There's something wrong with that as well.
The programming.
You can't blame the slave master for that.
The programming.
You have to look in yourself and see what's happening with you. You know what I mean? You have to look and say, all right, yes, you know, and I hear you saying programming because there's a book called From Niggas to God.
Yep.
Right? And it is about this man who bought this dog and brought it home, and the dog was kicking and wanted to leave, and the next day dog was still kicking the third day, dog was still fourth day, dog started to relax, dog started to now feel like his capturer was now person who he had to depend upon to eat and to sleep and to feel safe, to the point where the dog now becomes to begin to bite people at the gate and be very protective of this person that he was very angry with in the first place. So what happens is, one day this dog comes back to its reality of how he got to that place in the first place. So we are just hoping now that black people can understand the moral of that story. That it doesn't matter how you came to the position you're in, it's your memory. It's you remembering and understanding and having the courage to say, all right, yeah, this is what I want now. And this is what we're going to move to collectively as a people. We have to get there, you know what I mean? No more leaders are not there to come anymore.
We don't need no leader, we just need ourselves. And you just gave a very beautiful blueprint of a conversation that needs to happen. And the conversation is to just stop worshipping Master. Just worship yourself. We are, you know, Farrakhan, you know, people vex with him all the while, but as you just kind of reiterated something he said, there's nothing black people and Jamaicans can't do or elevate at anything we set our mind to. And this is something that I have hoping in the next little while, just even with this conversation and others that we will have, is that we are going to make a change now. We have to make a change now, because we always do.
Yeah, man.
Jamaicans make the change in this time. So, you know, your album, man, like, how long has it been out?
Well, I think it's going into 3 months now, March, April, 3 months now since it's been out, you know what I mean? I must say to everyone who have bought their copies already and are telling me via social media and other means how much they're full joy in it, I want to say thank you. And for those who haven't gotten their copies as yet, please continue to get the copies, buy it for your friends, buy it for your neighbor, for your enemy, whoever it is in the series of the album was a song for it, you know. So we give thanks for the ultimate support that we've been getting, and we look forward to more support.
Fire Mama, it's a blessing to talk to you. Thank you for saying it. We stayed behind just for you. We're normally not there at them time, yeah. But are you? What you need from me, Errol? So somebody want a favor from you. Well, what you say?
We just want to say big up.
So I'm learning my radio job, Mama. You ready for me? Can you say in the most beautiful voice that you have, www.rootsreggaeradio.ca?